Good evening and thank you for staying with us. I am Muhammad Ammar Fauzan bin Muhammad Maulana, and here's the news on Poly TV News. Kuala Lumpur, the El Nino phenomenon is expected to increase at the end of this year until the beginning of next year with a probability exceeding 19% according to the Malaysian Meteorological Department. Mid Malaysia is informed that the statement was issued by the World Meteorological Organization on July 4 and informed that the phenomenon occurs with the temperature of the surface of the Pacific Ocean around the equator exceeds 0.5 degrees Celsius compared to the long-term average value. The El Nino phenomenon usually occurs every 2 to 7 years and lasts between 9 to 12 months. In early 2024, the El Nino phenomenon is expected to have a more significant impact when its intensity reached its peak, with the country experience prolonged hot and dry weather. According to Mid Malaysia, in today's statement, Mid Malaysia National Climate Centre Chief Assistant Director Amirul Nizam Morazi said the peak of El Nino is also expected to occur during the start of the rainy season, which is expected at the end of the year or early next year. El Nino is expected to reach its peak at the end of the year or even early next year, at which time the country is in the northeast monsoon from November to March, which bring more heavy rain in the east coast states Sabah and Sarawak, he said while attending in an exclusive show produced by National FM on Thursday. Therefore, Amirul Nizam also reminded the public to be more sensitive to all weather-related information from related agencies, especially Mid Malaysia. He said people's sensitivity to weather condition and information from a relevant agency is very important to enable them to plan their daily activities and to avoid unwanted incidents. The country is expected to experience a weak El Nino phenomenon starting this month and increase to a moderate level next November, said Minister of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change, Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad. He said the phenomenon is expected to result in 20 to 14% reduction in rainfall from June to October next year, especially in the state in the south of the peninsula, west of Sarawak and east from Sabah. The prevalence during the southwest monsoon period is consistent wind blowing from the southwest with lower air, humidity and more stable atmospheric condition. This situation will cause a lack of rain cloud formation throughout this period, resulting in most places throughout the country experience rainfall the lower. However, this is still a possibility of heavy rain with strong wind and thunderstorms due to the storm line phenomena that can still occur on the west coast of the peninsula and west of Sabah, especially in the early morning, he said during a briefing season on the situation of the extreme hot weather phenomenon in the Dewan Rakyat. The statement also informed that the effect of the El Nino phenomenon will result in an increase in temperature and a reduction in the amount of rain and can cause haze condition across border if the burning of forests and peatlands is not controlled. Therefore, Malaysia it advised the public not to do open burning and reduce activity outside or bleeding. Malaysia also advised the public to be aware of weather change and get the latest weather warning information through the official website, My Cuaca application and Mid Malaysia social media. Mid Malaysia is constantly monitoring the weather condition throughout the country and will issue a heatwave advisory if the daily maximum temperature reading exceed 37 degrees Celsius of frequency according to the statement. And now we're moving on to our following news. Between 1970 to 2020, Peninsula Sabah, Malaysia and Sarawak experienced surface mean temperature increase of 0.5 to 0 per decade, and impact climate change is becoming more apparent day by day. This may be due to the lack of flora in the world, especially in Malaysia. From 202 to 241, Malaysia lost 2.77 million hectares of humid primary forest, making up 33% of total tree cover loss in the same time period. Lately, we have been hit with hazy weather, and this is expected to further increase the country's climate change. The climate in our country can be said to be unsuitable due to the unexpected heavy rains or extreme heat. Peninsular Malaysia observes a significant increase in annual rainfall as well as during the monsoon period. It also found an increase in the number of the day classified as heavy rainfall. Malaysia is particularly vulnerable to flooding, with the frequency and extremity of flood even having increased in recent decades. In addition, there is a relationship between heat stress and labor productivity, household consumption, and living standard. This is compounded by the urban heat island situation in which dark surface, residential and industrial sources of heat, and absence of vegetation and air pollution can increase temperature higher compared to rural surroundings, which are in the range of 4 to 6% in Kuala Lumpur, typically peaking at the night time. This impact directly on human health and labor productivity. This causes climate change influence food production directly and indirectly with its effect on crop growth process. That was the news of True and Accuracy from the News Republic team. We are hoping everyone is in good condition and also hoping you have a great day ahead. And that's the news for today. We will be right back in the next hour. I am Muhammad Ammar Fauzan bin Muhammad Maulana, reporting for Poli TV News.